Ba ba da ba ba wee. Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. It's your boy Maxwell coming to you with another video review. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe Class Huffer. And as of the time of this recording, this figure is starting to hit toy shelves. So if you're in the market for getting him because you are either a Huffer collection completist or just simply you want him, you can start finding him now. Otherwise, online pre-orders are currently available now, and he'll be released on the 1st of April. That just shows you when this video is being recorded. So, moving along from that, here we have Deluxe Class Huffer, and here he is in his whatever you want to call this, truck mode. Very faithful, updated reimagining of his classic G1 truck mode. I mean, it's Huffer. It is Huffer. So, before we look into the figure, usually we'd look at the packaging, but I got rid of the packaging already. I don't need it, so I got rid of it. So, but included with the packaging, you do get the collector's card, which is shiny, 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 and it shows a picture there of the Ark. And, of course, this also is a sticker. And peel it off to reveal the Ark, but with a Decepticon symbol? Huh. I wonder. I do wonder. So, huzzah and hooray for cards and stickers and all that fun stuff. So, here we have Deluxe Class Huffer in his truck mode. And as I stated already at the onset of this video review, he is a very faithful update and rendition of a classic Huffer figure. So let's get in closer so we can take a look at some of the detailing here in his truck mode. We got a nice silver paint, some black and stuff like that, located throughout the entirety of the figure. Just make it kind of all pop and stuff. Got a nice translucent blue for the windshield. And yeah, here's a look from him at the side there. You got some nice riveting detailing there. Smokestacks. Same on the other side. Back is where part of the illusion falls apart though, because he's got visible hand syndrome. But I mean, the bed of the truck mode actually looks very nice. Puts the Earthrise one to shame. No offense, Prime. So yeah, here's the here's the top, and here is the bottom, and where you've got visible syndrome, it's all right here. He does have 4 rolling wheels, which are also painted, which is very nice, and he does roll very nicely and very smoothly, as rolling things should. And for a couple of quick comparisons, to start off with, here he is with one of his fellow mini-bots, that being Legends Titans Return Brawn. Can't help but wonder if he'll be updated soon. So we could see how these guys look together. I think they look pretty good together, in my opinion. He's a little bit on the smaller side, but oh well. Such is life. There you got that. Here he is with his fellow line mate of the Deluxe Class Warpath, so you can get a sense of how those two look together. And yeah, Warpaths, they're about the same length, but it's a tank and a truck. It's Megatron and Optimus, without being Megatron and Optimus. So there you got that. And also, because I can, here he is with Voyager Class Springer in his vehicle mode. Don't worry, he'll have his own review coming out soon. I'm doing reviews as I want to. So you get a sense of scaling that wise. Love this guy. And last but certainly not least, in vehicle mode, here he is next to Earthrise Prime. Having spoken of. So you can get a sense of scaling that wise. And yeah, these guys look really good together. And a nice, cool, fun little feature, and I brought Optimus's trailer out to show this. You could take Prime's trailer, and using this port here, where the trailer hitch assembly is, you can actually plug the trailer in, and Huffer can roll it around. So that's pretty cool. You can recreate that one scene from that one episode from Generation 1. Why? I have no clue. All right, Prime. You're responsible for your own trailer now. Now, Huffer does come with a couple of accessories that do also have nice storage here in his vehicle mode. To start off with, here we have his gauntlet shield thing. I call it that because of where it plugs in his robot mode. But yeah, got some nice detailing on it here on this too. Nice big silver claws, a nice dark metallic-ish dark gray and orange underneath it, and nice detailing even down below here. They really went out on the subtle details. It does have an official storage spot. You got these 3 ports here, ports that go into these 3 into these 3 ports, and they plug in like so to create that look for it, which is pretty cool. And he also does have his gun, which is done in orange but painted in that same black as on the top of the cab. Nice molded detailing on this gun. So there are several different storage options, and I'll save the ones that are actually mentioned in the instructions for last. He does have the port up here, so it's very tight on my copy, but you can plug the gun up there if you wanted to. He's got the ports on his forearm, so you can plug it in there. He's got the port right here on either side, so you can plug it in there if you want to. Have that as an option. Or, I don't know if this is good engineering or just lazy engineering on the toy designer's part. But what you can actually do is here on the bottom, you got this tiny little opening. You take it, you split the gun in half, and then using these little slots that go over these tabs, you just take the 2 halves of the gun and plug them on to either side. Well, onto those sides respectively. And it actually gives him a little bit of what looks like a carrying bed on the truck. Like I said, I don't know if that's lazy or genius engineering. I've never seen this done before. You guys tell me, what do you think? Is this genius or... I don't know. And that has no hindrance on his vehicle mode. He can still roll freely. So, huzzah and hooray for that. So, yeah. That's basically about it for the vehicle mode. Yeah, it's a nice truck. It's a nice little truck. Very fun, too. So, I think that'll just about do it. So, let's get into his transformation and get him into his robot mode. So, to start off with, we're going to take the guns and split them down half. We'll split them, take them from the tabs, and I'll just show you this now so that way I won't forget. You got these posts, we got 3 posts that go into 3 ports. Line them up and give them a nice squeeze. Nice and squozen. And voila! Now the gun is together and complete. So we'll take the gun, put it off to the side. Do the same thing with the gauntlet shield thing, and you'll see why why I call it a gauntlet here in a little bit. Take that, we'll put that off to the side with it. So let's get into his transformation. To start off with, we'll start with his legs and go to his upper body, because this is how I do things. To start off with, you want to take the section of the leg, untab them, and bring them out. So there's these two tabs that right here that go into the little slots right in there. So untap them and bring them out and around like so. Split his legs by sliding this section forward and then bringing it out, because then that actually unhooks everything, because otherwise you do run the risk and possibility of actually causing stress marks on it. Fortunately for mine, I don't have that yet, but that is something to be mindful of. I have heard of reviewers having that happen with some of these tabs, that they're actually sliding tabs, not clipping tabs, so be mindful of that. And from there, we want to take these sections of the truck bed, untab them. They just have this little tab that goes into this little slot right here. Bring them around, and they will just click into place with this kind of clip here going over here. And they'll just go right there. Same thing on the other side. Undo that, and click it in place. From here, we want to take where his elbows are, bend them down, and that untabs them from this section here where it goes into these slots. So this tab goes into that slot on either side. And take the whole cab assembly here and bring it up, so that way this double hinge section is completely flush. You can go up further with it, but that is not how the instructions have it. They just have it going up just the one. So, yeah. From here, we want to take this front section of his body, bring it down. Oh, before I do that, actually, I keep forgetting about this. These are actually tabbed into his thigh areas, and you want to bring them out just a little bit. And I'll fully show that off with the after I take care of the next part of the transformation. So bring his body down, and then hey, look, it's his head. Hi. Take his wheels and just bring them up into his body like so, and close that all back up. And so from there, we want to bring these assemblies where his shoulders are at up. And now you can see there's this tab here that goes into that slot in his shoulder. So we want to bring that up, and that will clip into place on both sides. And from there, bring his arms down, straighten his arms out, and straighten his hand out. Rotate it. Same on the other side. Bring it down, bring it over, bring it out, bring it down. And the last thing to do is, well, second to last thing to do is raise up the camera, and which leads us to our last thing, which is to turn his head around. And there you go. And there you got Deluxe Class Huffer in his robot mode. I have no clue why I did that. And he's a very nice looking robot. A very, quite literally, what feels like it's off the screen of the G1 cartoon on my table. That's how a lot of these more recent figures have been feeling like. It's like they've been hopping off the screen, and now they're in toys and at affordable prices too. So let's get in closer so we can take a look at his detailing. There's his head and noggin. We kind of got a look at it a little bit earlier. Got a nice, like a bluish purple. It's hard to say. It looks more purple on camera than it does in person, but it's like a light-ish blue. This section here is really light blue. We got a nice red and white Autobot symbol there. And just kind of going down. It's very, very nice figure. Very simple, very fun transformation though. Very simple and very fun. That's what I love about this figure. And a lot of these other figures. Minus Warpath. But, oh well. Because his legs are weird. And yeah, here we got the sides. He does have his signature hood. But that's Huffer for you. Makes me wonder, though, if they're going to slightly re-engineer this section here to allow for a pipes retool of this figure. So we'll see about. And here we have the backside. And I really wanted to mention this earlier, but I figured I'd wait until now. he's got like molded in detailing in his legs. That's really cool. So yeah, all around, this is a really fun, very nice figure. Articulation. His head is on a ball joint, I think. He can look up and he can look down a little bit, and he can look from side to side. Arms are on a yeah, outward moving joint where he can move out that far and can rotate roll 360. If you use the transformation, you get downward movement, but I don't know why you would use that. Arms have a swivel right above the elbow, and you do get a little under 90 degrees of bend there, but oh well, such is life. Wrists do not rotate. He does have a waist swivel. Legs can go forward that far. They can go back that far. Can go outwards to do most of the full splits, but not completely. He does have a thigh rotation. You have well over 90 degrees of bend there at the knee due to the transformation, and you've got to be careful up to a certain point, but you can go about that far before you untab his foot. And speaking of that, he does have ankle tiltage, so it does not go up and down. So yeah, he's very poseable, very fun figure. Now let's get into his accessories. He can hold his gun. He can hold it in. You can plug it into any of the ports for storage and stuff like that. Plug it right here into his leg or something, or onto his back. But generally speaking, I have my figures stored holding their weapons on my shelf. And yeah, you can hold that very nice and very securely. His arm doesn't drop, but it's not that heavy of a gun. And now we come to the gauntlet shield. Now this will plug in using this middle post right here, going into this port onto his arm. And some of the promotional photos, even on the box, shows him like using it as like a punching accessory piece, but it does have the blast effects parts here, which means it can be also used as a shield. So like if you rotated it around, it'd be a shield, and he can look at you through it. He can look at you through it. He's watching you. He's watching you. But per the instructions, they're supposed to be like that. And you can also store this. If you don't want him holding it, you can store it here on the top of the vehicle mode. But this top section is made of translucent plastic, so do be careful of that. But he is a warrior. He shall hold his shield gauntlet. Put him off to the side. And now for comparison. Here he is next to Titans Return Legend Class Brawn. He needs an update. I love this Brawn. He was my first Brawn. But he needs an update. He really does. There you got that. Here he is next to Deluxe Class Warpath. And these guys are looking good together. They really are. I mean, I'll put that on the other side. I can. It's my videos. He's a good figure. I don't care for his leg section that much, but you know what? These guys look good together. And I'm glad I actually have a Warpath now. So, there you got that. Here he is next to Voyager Class Springer. So you can get a sense of scaling that wise. They look good together too. They look good together too. Don't worry, I'll get a video for him out at some point. And here he is next to Leader Class Optimus Prime. So I can get a sense of scaling that wise. Yeah, he's basically just Voyager size. Oop, come on. There you get that. And last but certainly not least, because he is currently one of my absolute all-time favorites that I have right now. Here he is next to Voyager Class Optimus Primal. And yeah, they look good together. They really do. I'm so looking forward to finding Dinobot. But be happy for what I got right now. Whoop. So there you go. So there you have my review for the Kingdom Deluxe Class Huffer. He is a very cool, very fun figure, and you know what? A nice welcome part to my collection as being my first Huffer figure. Should you get him? I would say, I leave that up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to spend your money on. Me personally, I'm glad I have him, and I have an official Huffer in my collection, and I cannot complain about that. So, yeah, he's really cool, very fun, and all around a really cool, really nice toy. So, as I stated on the onset of this video, he is actually starting to hit toy shelves right as we speak and slowly becoming available on online retailers. I won't be putting any links in the description down below, though, so you will have to find them on your own time and stuff. So, but I think that will just about do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video review. If you did, please be certain to leave a like. Also, feel free to comment, subscribe, share this video with whomever you think might like it, and also don't forget to check me out on social media. Links will be, of course, in the description down below. And so until next time, crazy people, we will catch you all later. Camera fall down. Please be certain to like and subscribe. Maxwell puts a lot of hard work into these videos, and I know that he'd appreciate it, as would I, if you checked us out more. Bye!